All right, guys, I put a video out in regards to the times of all these events at the DNC over on the other channel. I hadn't had a chance to put a lot of videos out on that channel, so I went ahead and put up a few over there, and I wanted to make sure people on this channel didn't miss this information. This is pretty much the layout, the schedule of events, what you can expect to see, and some of it already underway in Philadelphia. We will have Eric M. and B. Rich on the scene here in just a couple hours. They have to go through some traveling just to make their way down here. I know it's going to take B. Rich around an hour or so just to get up to a spot to meet Eric. Then they have to hop on a train, and then they have to travel down into the city. And Eric's at least 30 minutes from the city, and then they're going to have to do that back out. So, for B, it's an hour and a half travel time each way just to make it happen. So that's 3 hours of his time right there wrapped up in just commuting and trying to get into position. And I know that Philly traffic is a nightmare. It can be. Some of the worst I've ever sat in personally. And he got snagged in it on the way down. And I can only imagine with tens of thousands of people showing up in the city that it's going to be pretty hectic and a headache when it comes to traffic. But they're looking to get on the outskirts of this. Eric knows the city well. Long as B can hook up with Eric and maybe some other cats, they're going to make their way down to the scene. And around 2, 3 o'clock, we look to start streaming again. Yesterday had a lot of difficulty. Well, he did with the Emoji app, even Periscope. Every avenue was giving him difficulties. His last ditch resort was Camerify. I guess B hit him up and was like, try Camerify. He tried Camerify, and it worked. Only glitch I seen with Camerify on my test last night was that when you switch the screen from front to back, it says starting broadcast. It's like a glitch in it. And when you go back and watch the footage, you can see that there's some weird noises for a second. But all the footage is there. It didn't cut out completely. I'm just going to keep my cameras facing forward when I use it. There is a chat on there. I told Eric about it, so he now knows. And hopefully, Camerify, if it holds down like it did yesterday, they can get some great footage, front lines, throughout this whole thing. So we'll have Reb Z, other streamers on the ground as well. Those that want me to share their stream, I'll do that. Just let me know, and I'll plug your channel in the description. I'm not sure who all is going to be in town for this event because I'm not there. We've got B. Rich, Eric M. on the ground, and as you can see, they're probably going to pick up at the March for Our Lives event by the time they get into position. And then the rest is socialist stuff here for the rest of this evening. Now, what's not on here that I saw before somewhere else was an Occupy event where Occupy plans to be outside the Wells Fargo Center this entire time. Now, I also put out some videos over on 777. They put up their 8-foot fencing around the whole convention, around the Wells Fargo Center and the parking lot. Just like there was an 8-foot fence in Cleveland. But Cleveland, a different layout, everything more centered, closer to each other in downtown Cleveland. When it comes to Philadelphia, the Liberty Bell and that mall and Independence Hall, where they start most of these marches, is way up in the city, and they got to march south a good bit, and they go down South Broad all the way down till they get to FDR Park. And FDR Park is far away from the spot, so how this all plays out is going to be rather interesting. We'll just have to sit back and see here, but I wanted people to know the list of times here, and they're probably going to get up there and hit this Black Resistance March tomorrow and shut down the DNC tomorrow as well. Those are two big events. They'll probably definitely be covering those. And then throughout the evening as it gets dark, like I said, we can't cover all the events. Try as many as possible. And what I'm going to do in my streaming here is create new events probably every hour or so. Or if there's a huge march, I'll try to catch the march. Once it's done and it makes it all the way down to the park, I'll probably cut it and start a new one where they're all rallying at the park and then let it run for an hour or so. And I'll try to cut them at an hour. So make note of that. From here on out, I'm going to try to keep the live streams at right around an hour. I can get another one up and rolling rather quickly and get new links out. And that's just the route we're going to have to go, because we try to run long streams. They can sit in processing forever, and I still got multiple videos from Cleveland that are still processing. So when I do that, I'll tell everybody if I'm going to go live again, if we're shutting it down. So if we're going to stay going live, unless there's action, there's something crazy going on, then we'll just keep on going with it. But if it's a good place to cut out, I'm going to have to do that just to get these videos kicked out and processing the right way, because my footage from Cleveland is butchered. I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but when me and B. Rich snuck up into that facility, when he drove up in there, and that trooper was up on the roof. He was National Guard's what he was. All that got butchered. The original. It's the video before it. It was 50 minutes long. And it even processed all the way. That's how I screencasted it and got the good footage that the second video's from. Because the thumbnails for both of those show the soldier on top of the building. There should be 50 minutes there. It's 4 minutes and 50 seconds. It's been butchered. A lot of our footage missing. If I didn't have an SD card in the encoder, would have lost a lot as well. But some stuff's going on out there, from the GPS, from the Navstar talking to us out of nowhere, being tracked and followed. These guys are going to have to watch their six. That's no joke. And then the CAT team tracking B. It's just nonstop. It will be interesting to see what happens here in Philly. I'll leave a link, guys. It's been Dabu7. Much love.